How come nobody's talking about this little town in the Verde Valley? If you're looking for space, beautiful scenery, wineries, and a slower pace of life, but you still want to be close to everything, Cornville might surprise you. Today, let's take a drive and see what makes this small community so special. Cornville is located adjacent to Cottonwood, and the beginning of Cornville, there are two subdivisions, one of which is gated and has a public golf course. So there's golf in Cornville. There are subdivisions in Cornville that are gated. However, the majority of Cornville is actually large lots with plenty of acreage, literally horse properties, as you see in the video, ranches, cattle, farms. And there is obviously a lot less traffic and noise because we're in the rural area. Miles of quiet space. There are dirt roads, so be aware of that. But there's privacy without feeling completely isolated because you're so close to everything. And it's just a lovely, slower pace of life. The other really fun thing that you're going to find about Cornville is that it has a lot of vineyards. I think in the pictures here, video, you're going to see vineyards. If you drive along Page Springs Road, you're going to see a number of wineries, vineyards, tasting rooms, restaurants, RV, places for people to park. There's a lot of green and water in Cornville because the Verde River runs through Cornville. There are actually areas where they flood the land and it irrigates the grass, so you see a lot of grass. So fun things about it, it's wine tasting country. So there's vineyards, there's wine tasting venues, weekend events, and actually live music at the different vineyards. An additional thing that really makes this area engaging is how beautiful it is. You've got the mountain views all around. You've got the Red Rocks, you've got the Mingus Mountain Range, you've got beautiful sunrises, beautiful sunsets, and you have green. Not everywhere, but there are certain areas that it's extremely green. I'm just thinking because in my head, I'm thinking about the video you're watching because when I recorded it, I was like, oh, it's so beautiful. And outdoor recreation. Again, you've got the river there, but you've got hiking trails, you've got biking, you've got bird watching sanctuaries. Again, Page Springs has two areas to stop and specifically do bird watching. There's also a fish hatchery that you can tour. There's fishing. Again, the Verde River is abundant with wildlife, fish, activities. You can swim, you can canoe. There's kayaking nearby, and there's obviously horseback riding. If they've got ranches and you got horses, you got horseback riding. And obviously there is one golf course in Cornville, and it is public. It's very close to the 89A and Cornville Road. It's convenient, but small. It's got a number of small little local businesses. It's got little general stores, gas stations, some restaurants, some actually very good restaurants. Manzanita is a very nice, more high-end restaurant that specializes in German food, actually. But generally speaking, it has a number of restaurants. It's got just little cute businesses, that you can go to and you want to support right in your little neighborhood. However, if you do need shopping, the bigger restaurants, Walmart, grocery stores, all of that type of thing is probably 10 to maybe 20 minutes away from Cornville. It is closer to healthcare. That would be like the next cool thing to know is that if you're only 10 to 20 minutes from Cottonwood, you're not far from the hospital, from the medical services, and that makes Cornville attractive as well. So you've got your specialists, you've got all those medical services close by. It's a great location again. I'm telling you, you can't go wrong in the Verde Valley, but Cornville again has such a great location. It's 10, 15 minutes to Cottonwood. It's 25 minutes to Sedona. It's 20 minutes to Camp Verde, about an hour to Prescott, about an hour and a half to Flagstaff, an hour and a half to Phoenix, and you still get that awesome rural feel without feeling disconnected from the world and what's going on. The last point I'd like to make is that there is a wide range of home. There's a lot of variety in the types of homes. Everything from small manufactured homes to massive ranches where you have, and farms. We call them ranches here because we're in the West. Custom homes, horse properties, vineyard properties, or properties that could become vineyards. There's everything from, like I said, manufactured homes to all the way up to very expensive luxury multi-million dollar homes. It does still have that community feel because people tend to know their neighbors. They tend to wave as you drive by. Just still get that community feel because it's still a small town. And so you keep running into the same people. And that's one of the things that I really like about living here is that it all feels like one small community. And I run into people that I know from Rimrock, from Sedona, from Cornville, from Camp Verde, all in the stores in Cottonwood, in the restaurants. So you may be living in Cornville on a property that is acreage and you have horses and you feel like there's nobody around, but drive 10 minutes and you're in the middle of everything. So let me know which of these things you would be most interested in. What really would draw you to this community? What would be of interest to you? Please comment below. I do read all my comments personally and respond. And I also encourage you to click the link below for our relocation guide because it'll help you know more about the community because I created the guide specifically for you.